So, what are we eating? Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with Delicious in Dungeon episode 2. So, you may be surprised to see this here because this was something I didn't really announce beforehand. But we are starting a second show on Mondays. And the reason for this is it feels weird that Mondays are the only day that I didn't have a second show running on. Like, yeah, I had the YouTube reaction as well, but it's not quite the same. Because, like, every other day has two shows. Like, even Wednesday has two shows right now, plus the live stream. So it felt weird. So I decided to add a second show to Monday. And I decided it was going to be another first impression slot, and so I was kind of deciding between this and Freerun because both are shows I really wanted to get back to, and I decided I was going to get a little help. I asked for some help from it, and this was chosen. Freerun will be coming though. Don't worry about that. That will be coming in the near future, because like I said, I really want to get back to that one as well. Now, if you didn't see the first episode reaction to this, I would definitely suggest going back and watching that. But we are doing the dub, and we are doing it specifically because of Emily Rudd being the main voice of the voice of the main character, Marcel. If you don't know, Emily Rudd was Nami in the live action One Piece series on Netflix. She was also in various other things, including the Fear Street movies, also on Netflix, which I would definitely suggest going to check out. Those are pretty great. If you really love, like, more serious R.L. Stine stuff, like definitely more serious than his Goosebumps works, but still with a little bit of silly edge to them. I would definitely suggest checking those out. Sadie Sink from Stranger Things and The Whale is also in them. So, another good reason to check out those movies. There's three of them in total, by the way. But yeah, so in the first episode, we get introduced to our characters and the main plot of the series. We have our characters exploring these dungeons, and in order to save on money while they delve down to save the sister of the warrior, they are choosing to, instead of bringing in a bunch of rations and food, they're going to cook up monsters that they find along the way. And they end up meeting a new ally through this. I can't remember his name right now, but I know he's voiced by Sung Wan Cho, aka Pro ZD. And he's like the most wholesome boy. He just loves cooking. He loves cooking up these monsters, and he's just so wholesome and nice. And he's super popular. The fandom loves him. Luckily, I haven't gotten really spoiled on much of anything else since I saw the first episode originally. Um, there's only a couple small things, but it's not really anything major. Definitely nothing like plot related, I guess. But I'm definitely excited to see what more we get from this because I really enjoyed the first episode. There had a lot of great comedy, great expressions, and I really like the voice acting. So that being said, we're gonna get into this and see what this episode has in store for us. So, just as a note, we have other shows on the channel as well. If you want to check out, we have an entire schedule of stuff that you can see from Monday to Friday. We have movies every Saturday and Sunday that are chosen from rewards that viewers give to the channel. You can donate and have me react to anything you want, whether it be movies or shows or even stuff on YouTube. And I'll react to it throughout the week and during the weekends and stuff. Your reward will be put onto a list, and I get to them in various orders, but still. So yeah, you can see the schedule down on the screen here, and check things out. We have a lot of great shows, a lot more coming up in the future, and I hope you are excited for what is to come. But for the time being, let us get this going and hope for the best. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black, then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So this episode kind of had two distinct halves to it, each focused on its own little separate thing and a specific character. Of course, all the characters had their moments and everything throughout the episode, and the continuation of the exploration was a notable part of it. But again, it was kind of cut up into those two distinct parts that were pretty interesting. The first half, well, I would say it was more than half of it, but still, was kind of centered around Marcel trying to be useful. Chilchuck told her that she was kind of a burden on them, and this made her, like, obviously feel really down. It made her feel extremely useless, and it's never a good feeling. So she wanted to try and prove herself useful in any way she could, but was having trouble doing so. And in the end, although her way of getting the mandrake out was reckless and stupid and, could have killed her, it did prove to be more, like, efficient in the quality of the mandrake than Senshi's way. Senshi's method caused the mandrake to lose a lot of its flavor. And it was because of that, it was more efficient, but it was less useful, I guess you could say. And so the way that Marcel's book talked about it with the dogs and all is a horribly, horribly? I like combined terribly and horribly there. What the hell? Sometimes my mind just or my mouth moves before my mind has a chance to process what I'm about to say. The method in Marcel's book is horrible. It's absolutely fucked up. Like, using dogs as a way to get the mandrakes out and, killing them to do so because of the mandrake's scream. I mean, honestly, the big bat wasn't any better, but it's lucky that Marcel only heard, like, part of the scream, and that scrambled her brain quite a bit as it was. It's lucky she was able to come back from that. The bat was not so lucky, though. But yeah, the fact that dogs are used for that, it's like there's got to be a better way. I like the idea of, like, tying a rope around it and going to a safe distance and yanking it out that way. I feel like that would be the most efficient. Plus, it would keep the flavor still. And you wouldn't have to sacrifice any innocent animals for that. I think that would be the best method, honestly. Though, just like backing up a certain distance might not work. You might want to, like, get to maybe a good height as well. You need to have good, not just distance, but you have to have, like, leverage too. You know what I mean? But I think that would be the most humane and just, like, quality way to do it. But we see that they do apologize, especially Chilchuck, for, making Marcel feel useless. and they explain to her, mostly Leos explains that she's extremely useful and that her magic is going to be needed for, later on the dungeon. They don't want her to overexert herself too early, because if she does, she's going to be useless to them when, she's really needed, when her magic is going to be important. Um, and yeah, it's like I've seen many anime and shows where a character feels useless and has to go through this kind of thing, and I like that they didn't like stick on this too long, because it can get kind of depressing and everything. And also, I just feel like this is an issue that should be cleared up a lot quicker, um especially with a group of friends like this who, do genuinely care for each other. So I like the way that this was handled and the pacing of how that was done. Now, as they continue along, that's where we get the second half of this episode. They end up having to follow Chilchuck because, he's the expert on traps and, secret doors and stuff. So he starts leading the way as they continue into the further into the dungeon. And Senshi is unfortunately not very good or receptive towards Chilchuck's commands here. It's not only that he's not good with traps, he's also like actively choosing to ignore Chilchuck's warnings and stuff. Like Chilchuck's like telling him after he steps on the trap there, it's like you can't just do that, and Senshi's like, oh, watch me. And it's like, my dude, like, don't do that. It's not even just like a clumsiness thing or like a just an ignorance. He's willfully like continuing around this room and just not taking it seriously at all. And this is stressing Chilchuck the fuck out. Like, dude is about to have like a panic attack here. Um, and so they kind of strike a deal. Chilchuck handles all the traps and everything, and Senshi has to listen to him. And in return, he would help him get the oil for cooking. And Senshi agrees to it. So while they're preparing food and everything, preparing to like deep fry some food and all, he has Chilchuck go out and handle the traps and stuff. But Chilchuck does have a point that he also tried to get him to, you know, handle the cooking aspect of some things, which Senshi should have been handling. Like handling the traps, yes, that's Chilchuck's thing, but handling the actual cooking and, the flipping of the kakiage should have been Senshi's doing. So, yeah, there is that. But in the end, Senshi did acknowledge Chilchuck and told him it's like, yeah, this is your specialty, and that's kind of the vibe we get from this episode. Like, talking about people's specialties and when they're needed and everything. We get to see how the characters react to, people not really taking them seriously, and the feelings of, kind of happiness, you could say, they have when they are fully acknowledged. So it's another really good episode that just delves a little more into the characters' mindsets and everything. Really like goes into their entire their character more. Also, there's that other party that was basically just like alternates of them. Like seriously, the other mage girl was like literally just an alternate of Marcel. Is like, my god, that was like not even subtle. um I think that's supposed to be kind of the joke, but also maybe it's like a thing like the outfit they're wearing is similar because it's like standard mage clothes probably, and they're the same race and everything. So they're both elves, so they look similar in terms of physical traits because of that. But still, it's like it was also still obviously a joke because this is a comedic series. Um, but yeah, this was fun, and I'm glad I have chosen to get back to this sooner rather than later because I've been waiting for this, waiting to get back to this since I first reacted to the first episode. But I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. And as another reminder, we have plenty of other shows on the channel to check out. Monday through Friday, we have 2 shows every day. We also have a YouTube reaction on Mondays and a live stream on Wednesdays. We are currently live streaming Momodora, but after that, we're going to probably start going into PS5 stuff now that I got the PS5 not that long ago. And we have movies every Saturday and Sunday, so look forward to those as well. But for the time being, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. And for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.